Unidentified expedition log 1 archived. Ah. So we have a choice here. Don't fret about Connacht. He'll see that I'm right and come crawling back eventually. There's so much more that we could learn here. About these ruins, living machines, and 2P is the best source of information we've got. Yeah, I see another question mark thing there. We need to seize this opportunity while we can. Are you coming or what? Yes. Should you give your support to Anog's approach, Connacht's path will no longer be available to you. Please note, however, that your choice will not affect the rewards and challenges to come. I knew it. Fortune favours the bold. I was not expecting there to be more. Unidentified expedition log 2 archive. So these all go into the... Survey of local terrain continues. Ecosystem in this area appears to have adapted to extended drought. Dry climate conditions must have been present for some time. Investigation of a murky spring did reveal aquatic life, though of an unusual sort. Current location is particularly verdant, likely owing to the plethora of freshwater springs. Peculiar that two so markedly distinct biomes should exist in close proximity. So I wonder... I love the fact that they've made it into an explorable area. So I guess we need to look around for things. Boing! A long way down there. Searching for those question marks. Aha! Expedition log 3. Can I drag that to there and access it straight away? Yes, I can. Survey of local terrain still continues, though with no discoveries of particular note, or perhaps I've grown tired of searching. Better be stuck in the middle of nowhere than on the front lines. These pod devices must be part of this place, but they don't seem to be particularly murderous as far as things in here go. We should be able to use them to ferry us further in. Woo! Oh, right. Before we go any further, you remember these odd boxes? They seem to enable etheric transference. If we get lost, it should be a simple matter to teleport back to the entrance using one of these, so don't worry your pretty head about becoming trapped down here. With that said, throw caution to the wind and go forth and investigate. And the moment, the very instant that you find something of note, make sure that you show it to me. Got it? Yes, ma'am. Warehouse B. Looking for secrets. Mount is unavailable in this location. Just had to check that. Didn't think it would be. I see you. Weapon Fragment Data 1 Archive. The blade is in motion, once gleaming white, drenched red. A blow to halt the twin gear's life and death, its impetus long forgotten. How poetic. What the? Yes. Machine Research Report 1. The machine's primary objective seems to be nothing more than kill enemy. What's troubling, though, is their auto-evolution systems have begun to build a private network. Yeah, I'll turn the background music back down a little bit now. Welcome, Kick and Bob. Zone 2. Yeah, I love this. We can go in and explore. One of the things that when you do the 24-man raids normally, you don't get the opportunity to go back and explore them. It's very much kind of a Zerg rush on. So unless you, from where you finish the raid, unless you work your way backwards, you don't really get to see or take a particular note of things. And obviously, with the auto-teleport to fight function, you can't just lag behind anymore. You found something, haven't you? Well, I've found a broken kick and bob. Is it a part of the enigmatic key or a fashionable accessory? Who knows? Not you. Huh. I bet that whatever this is, it's part of a greater whole. Let's see if we can find any other pieces. I might be able to reassemble it, if I had any idea what it's meant to be. Nod. One thing I don't like about this this dress that we've got on is the big ribbon thing. I'm not a huge fan of giant bows on stuff. I think it would look better without. I guess that's a stair, isn't it? Like, do I want to touch that? Can't I just count? No. Oh, because that's the thing that we fell down, isn't it? But yeah, I wonder how difficult it was. I suppose it wasn't very difficult at all to convince Yoshi P to do something like this. Memory of a damaged machine archived. Oh brother, where art thou? It's dark. I'm alone, all alone and lonely. I want friends. Don't stop me. I'll kill you. I need friends. Huh? A what's it? A rusty what's it? At the time that I'm recording this, I'm very conscious. Obviously, I had no idea that there was going to be this after the raid. So I'm still recording this as part of the same kind of video recording as the raid itself. And the raid itself took an hour. We're now almost quarter of an hour added on top of that. I might end up with... obviously, you guys will know this. But I'll probably have had to turn this into a separate video. Tarnished thingamajigs. I love thingamajigs. Can we check these out in the key items? Yeah. You haven't the slightest idea what this might be for. Perhaps in this case, that is a good sign. The longer you stare at this odd piece of metal, the less you know what it is. Yeah, That's why I went into teaching and not engineering. More lore. Machine research 2. I like how quickly this loads up. The machine's network has evolved to the point where paradoxes no longer present an obstacle, allowing for diversity among individuals. They may continue to incorporate whatever data is within reach. Someday, the world in its entirety. A damaged pod. Warehouse C. Oh, we can't get round there. Should remember to look at the mini-map more. The mini-map is very good at showing you where the invisible walls are. Nothing hidden round there. Onward to Zone 5. Yeah, I like this going back through and doing things. That keeps on taking us out. Tattered flyer archived. Thanks for bye. A thriving chain of, including swords, that match the regional features and squads of... I think that's possibly a reference to something we found in NieR. Oh. Weapon fragment data 4. Rue not what has come to be, nor lay down your arms while life still rises amidst ruin. The blade demands this vow, this virtue. So that's where the title of the patch comes from. It's not even to do with the MSQ. Aha. Weapon fragment data 3. Wonder then if I've missed a weapon fragment data 2. In what world we once knew, sharp and shattered, a single spark of memory grows to a flame. It shines upon the lost, and at last we understand. Ah. Is this a splinter cell of the ancient civilization, I wonder? Have you found me some more parts? As it happens... damaged pod, a piece of machinette that you recognise from your terrifying flight across chasms. This one, however, seems unresponsive. Are we creating our own little minion to follow us around? Because that'd be cool. Oh, look at all of these. Hard to say for sure whether we'll have everything good. We'll take a crack at reassembling it, of course. But it's a start. And this pod. I've been so wanting to take one of these apart. Do you hear something? Function resumed. Initiating repair process. Hi. Alert. Multiple life forms detected in proximity. I don't know why I sound like K9. Life forms will be us, I presume. Interesting. If it's still functional, there's no need for me to disassemble it. Disassemble it. Pity. Still, I say we take it back with us. Any objections? No, of course not. Let's get on with it. Where are they putting it? Oh. It's Oh. What's this? Running off into danger. That's what it is. Ah, yes. 9S is flying machine. Oh. It's him. Though how he climbed back up here in that state. The ladder. Can I have the sword, please? Well, you're the one who wanted to work with 2P. I'm sure she'd say to destroy him for good. What do you say? Shh. Oh, brother, you know me too well. You're going to take him apart, aren't you? We take him with us, of course, just in case. They'll be our little secrets. Here's me thinking, this can't be a good idea. Ah. And now we're back at the... So I wonder what the other path would have been then. Canog and I will be heading back out. I want to perform a proper analysis on these parts as soon as possible. I don't blame you if you want to look around a bit more first, though you had best share your findings. So, can we then get back here whenever we want, I suppose? I think... See, I wonder if I've missed weapon fragment data 2. But it could take me a while to find that. So I'll go and Google this after that. If there is a weapon data fragment 2, I'll pop it in. Exit the copied factory. Hopefully I can get back here whenever I want, though. That'd be cool. ... Processing. I thought that key was a figure of speech, but it looks like it could potentially be an unlocking mechanism if you squint. There's quite a lot of story here. It's about time. Screw you. You know these parts we found? Well, I've managed to cobble them together to a decent approximation of something. I was hoping that if I got the basics right, the pod could tell us what it meant to be, but it won't stop repeating processing and beeping at me. It worked when it was analysing us, so theoretically it should be up to the task, but it seems we'll have to wait for it to finish whatever it is that it's doing. I'm half tempted to take my tools to it, but if I can't put it back together, we'll be back to square one, so patience it is. In the meantime, we have quite a bit of other data to analyse. So much, in fact, that I'm certain we need to take a considerable amount of time, uninterrupted time, to work, if you take my meaning. Another couple of patches, maybe. I'm telling you this to keep the chief off your... I'm telling you to keep the chief off our backs for a while. I don't care how. Say his house is on fire if you like, or put it to the torch if you're not comfortable with lying. Nod. Stop agreeing to things, Dema. Right. We simply don't have the time for half a dozen lectures about protocol and safety and ethics, you understand? We heard, Anog. You heard, Anog. We counted on you to keep the chief occupied so that we don't have to. This is a terrible plan. Raid. Yeah, so this is our little hub. So therefore, I assume we can come back in whenever we want, and we can go to the copied factory whenever we want. Bomb there. Yeah. Coolio. Lally, mysterious machines for the moons will kill us all ho, I suppose. Sorry, it's been a lot to take in. Did you manage to keep our local miscreants out of trouble? I found them to be surprisingly competent, actually. It's true that when it comes to mechanical contraptions, you'll find none cleverer than those two. Or more obsessive. If anyone's capable of solving the mystery of these ruins, it's them. Which is, I hate to say this, we should leave it to their own devices. For now. So that's... all the orchestrion rolls. Pour moi. The leader of the band? Is that just for unlocking a certain number of orchestrion rolls? At 70? Doesn't feel like I've got 70. Right, I think that is probably it. It is indeed. Right, in that case, let's flip over to the Crystarium in room and take a listen to those orchestrion rolls that I've just added. If I can remember how to get to the inn from here. Which I can't because it's been forever. Orchestrion! Right, does it say which are the new ones that we've just got? No, it doesn't. So I'm going to have to... Voice of No Return and Significance. It's very spoopy. Voice of No Return? This is the... Is this the ending theme? It's very quiet. Yeah, I'm reasonably certain that those are... If I played all of NieR, they would have a lot more significance to me in terms of whereabouts in the story they come and what they are there for. But I haven't played it. I really should, really. Still love the Final Fantasy 15 soundtrack, and that is still one of my favourite songs from it. That, folks, is gonna do it for this video. So we've seen the NieR raid, we've experienced the daftness that is the story, and we've experienced an extra half an hour of stuff after it, which I think was all very, very good and entertaining and amusing and interesting content. And I'm very, very happy with it indeed. Now I need to go back and edit the raid footage together and see just how dumb I look while I'm trying to concentrate. Because that's always fun, isn't it? I'm sure you've all had a good laugh at it by now. There we go then, folks. Thank you all very much for watching this continuing 5.1 patch content coverage. There's still more to do. I've still got a Manic Pixie Dream World to go and uncover, but again, that's going to be for another time. Got to get this this stuff edited. Is the word I'm after. Edited first. Hopefully, you will all join me back after I've done something a little bit... Is this gear dyeable? It is. Well, I don't know what other colour I'd want to dye it. Interesting. So the default colour is better than soot black. It dyes quite well though. Maybe not so much with the shinies, but I personally I don't think many things dye well with the shinies. Looks quite good in silver. Yeah, so jet black versus the actual defaults. Default's kind of a leathery grey. But it dyes quite flat. But I quite like it. Yeah, it does dye quite flat. So I think the darker colours... The dark blue always looks quite good. Yeah, the dark... I think just in general, a lot of the items in this game dye darker very well. Although it does dye quite nicely in white, as you'd probably expect. Because of, you know, they've used it on 2P. Thank you all very much for watching, folks. I will catch you all in the next video where we will be exploring a Manic Pixie Dream world, I think. Until then, thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, remember to give it a like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and of course, leave a comment below telling me what your favourite part of the YoRHa storyline is the word I'm after, has been. Did you enjoy the raid? Which was your favourite boss? Until next time. Lally-ho. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.